This is Brad with Camp Chef, and today we're going to talk about how to clean and maintain your Camp Chef griddles. Now what we're going to need: some cast iron conditioner, some water, scraper tool, rag, and what also helps is one of our chainmail scrubbers. Alright, it's going to be easiest to clean your griddle and maintain it after each cook while your griddle is still warm. Now this griddle's been sitting for a second, so we're going to turn this stove back on and get it warm. So to start off, we want to get a bunch of this gunk off of here, so we'll just start scraping using our scraper tool. So this scraper tool is going to do the majority of your heavy lifting, as you can see on here. You can also use a chainmail scrubber to get any of those parts and bits that are a little more stuck to that griddle. Of course, the earlier you can start cleaning it after your cook, the better. The longer it sits, might be the harder you got to scrape it. Now to finish cleaning off any of the last remaining food particles, just use a little bit of water and a paper towel to wipe that up. And just make sure that you hit all those edges and all the corners and of course the grease trough in front. And then just repeat that same process as needed until everything's nice and clean and prep before you start to season. And if you're having any more stubborn food on here that you're having a hard time removing or cleaning, we have a cast iron cleaner that can help get the job done. You can just add a little dollop of that with some water. Mix that around and it's going to clean all that up. Now just be careful not to score your griddle. Don't use the edges of the spatula or the scraper. Like I said, you can also use the chainmail scrubber for this part as well. You just want to make sure it's not going to cause a damage to what you've already seasoned. Again, make sure you get all your corners and just get everything nice and clean. Now, paper towel is great to clean with. The one downside is, as it's wet, it's going to break up and you'll have pieces left over on your griddle as it is a little coarse. So after you're done cleaning it, we recommend just using another clean paper towel to get any of those off, or using a microfiber towel works extremely well also. And a question we do get is if this griddle can go in the dishwasher. No, it cannot. We don't recommend that. That's going to hurt your seasoning and the condition that you've put on your griddle. So you can easily just clean it by hand, just like we're doing today. Our next step is just making sure that all that water dries thoroughly. Having it on heat is going to really do that for you. Afterwards, we want to add a thin layer of a cast iron conditioner. Cooking oil also works well. Just make sure it's an oil that has a high smoke point. Grapeseed oil and avocado oils are really good options that we recommend. But to save you from the guesswork, we do have a Camp Chef cast iron conditioner. It comes in a spray bottle like this and also a squeeze bottle. What we want to do to condition this is spray just a little bit of this conditioner on here so you're all covered around. Use either a paper towel or a rag, and we're just going to wipe that down and let it smoke. That smoke's going to help you start seasoning. It's going to lock that in so you have more of a non-stick surface, but of course make sure that no rust is going to penetrate here. And you can wipe down all the edges all around. Make sure you got full coverage. We're going to let this smoke, and as we see it start smoking now, we're going to turn down the heat. Well, let's say you forgot to follow these steps right after a cook. You left it out and now you've got a bunch of rust. Luckily, you can easily restore it just by following these same steps. However, you might just need to condition that just a few more times to get that rust to finally go away, and it will. Once you followed these steps and all that rust is gone, you're ready to cook. I hope that these tips help you maintain your griddle. If you have any other questions or more information, go to campchef.com.